for this. Ay, since like 9-5, I've been eager for this. Ay, talent on the rise, I'm consistent with this. Ay, trophy is the prize, ain't no gimmicks with this. Okay, now what's left on them? Told you I'ma flex on them. I did it all subtle, ooh, and then I hit that exit on them. Gotta blame my faith, cause these odds ain't got nothing on them. I secure the safe for the cradle, I ain't dropping nothing, ooh. Only winning is exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah, ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah.
Today, from Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And I'll bet right now just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not they're...
And right away, he lost the football. It's going the other way. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there,
on the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players and one of their favorite plays and establish your dominance that way.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 11 on the play.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 67 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal, getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC.
And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
30, the ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Loss of 8 yards. And it's 3rd.
They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes and throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
27. The tackle made.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
They'll run with Ridley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
The tackle made.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. He'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
It's 2nd down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3.
out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
At the 30-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Knights 3, Eagles nothing.
First down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
The pass.
7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
20-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Back to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
On for the field goal, a 45-yard attempt.
And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. The gun. They'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to him on first down. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 15-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short, no gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And this one is right through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
Eagles nothing.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
At their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They are still in search of their first points of the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
They'll take over.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Back to throw here. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And the Eagles defense able to hold. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
7-yard line.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there. What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. London about set to take over on offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
We'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the throw there going to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
3rd down and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Under pressure, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
We're all right. Just call the call. We're going to play it. Come on now.
And that hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And he's got him. Got his man on the end round. Complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. In trouble, and he's taken down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for number 30. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started out in the capital city of Austin, Texas, and it's the Desperados who are out in front. The Desperados seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Next, we head off to check out another game, and they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Atlanta Falcons. The Saints looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. The Dolphins locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gotten and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And 10 at their own 29-yard line.
London about set to take over on offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. First down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
The ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Running back.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 36.
Number 81.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and...
Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. They'll look to throw here on first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Brings up third and less than a yard.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Conversion is successful.
And of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now a handoff looking right. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here we go on second and 12. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Leads to third and 11.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
London about set to take over on offense.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. when you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The pass.
7 yards, the pickup there.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
2nd and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 7 yards there and a first down.
And a London first down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up second.
Now a handoff here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we just talk about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A gain of 5 brings up
2nd and 5. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
The Eagles send out their punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe... Yeah, you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes this across the 15 to the 17.
For the running back.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You can have the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
14 yards there, and an Eagle 1st down.
41-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll look to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for number 85, incomplete. Leads to second and goal.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And once again, he'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Keeps himself, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, this from 39. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
14. Eagles 3.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. They stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's second and 7 now from the 28.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
An 8-yard pickup.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now they try the right side here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Taken down at the 41. 1-yard gain. Brings up second and 9.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll pull it down. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
And it's third down.
Over the middle, it's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They bring their punter out there now. He's been terrific so far. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the defense. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
17. Eagles 3.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 23-yard line.
So now the Eagles down by 2 touchdowns. 1:45 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
Well, that's a
pressure comes, and down he goes. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let it fly. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Trying to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all out.
Oh, a strip. The ball comes out. But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was. And Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and